Hello, you're watching Shalom World News. I'm Donna Villa coming to you from Chicago, USA. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. In a landmark ruling, the U.S. Supreme Court has overturned Roe v.Wade verdict in a 6-3 decision made on Friday, June 24th. It was Roe v. Wade which legalized abortion across the nation in 1973. Now, American states can once again ban abortion. The conservative majority of justices said in the ruling that the Constitution does not protect the rights of women to terminate a pregnancy. The opinion was drafted by Justice Samuel A. Alito Jr., and it was almost similar to the draft that was leaked earlier in May, leading to a string of attacks on pro-life centers. In the opinion, he wrote, quote, "We end this opinion where we began. Abortion presents a profound moral question. The Constitution does not prohibit each state's citizens from regulating or prohibiting abortion," end quote. Roe was overturned in the ruling on Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization lawsuit that examined the constitutionality of Mississippi's 2018 fetal heartbeat law. Now, trigger laws banning abortion will come into effect in several U.S. states. Pope Francis has urged couples to refrain from physical relationships before their marriage. He made this exhortation in the new Catechumenal Itineraries for married couples, which was released by the Vatican. The document that gives couples advice regarding romantic relationships within the Catholic faith. It defines marriage as a gift and a task. The Church in every age is called to proclaim anew the beauty and abundance of grace contained in the sacrament of marriage, and the family life which flows from it, especially to young people, is stated in the document. In the document, the Holy Father asks churches to prepare couples for marriage to eradicate, quote, "the suffering caused by broken families," end quote. Meanwhile, in Poland, the Polish parliament has rejected legislation to liberalize abortion law. Poland is one of the strictest abortion laws in Europe. Had it been passed, the amended law would have allowed termination of pregnancy up to 12 weeks of gestation. Most of the 265 lawmakers in the 460-seat Sejm voted to reject the bill. Almost all members of the National Conservative Law and the Justice Party's caucus, the center-right Polish Coalition, and the far-right Confederation voted to oppose the proposed amendment. However, there were 175 votes in favor of the bill, and they came from the centrist Civic Coalition and the Left Party. The bill was submitted by women's rights and pro-choice outfits as citizens' initiatives. Such a move has to be considered by the Sejm if it gets at least 100,000 support signatures. The Holy Father, Pope Francis, has made yet another appeal for peace in war-torn Ukraine. He made this exhortation while addressing members of the Rowako, which is a church organization that provides aid and assistance to Christians in the Middle East. The pontiff told the representatives of the Reunion of Aid Agencies for the Oriental Churches not to stop praying, fasting, and working for peace in conflict zones. Delegates of Rowako are in Rome for their plenary assembly. He also acknowledged the attention given by Rowako members to those suffering from the conflict in Tigray in Ethiopia. Rowako provides houses of worship and study, scholarships, and social and healthcare facilities to struggling Christian communities in the Middle East. In the wake of the increasing number of attacks on pro-life establishments across the United States, Catholic organization Knights of Columbus has pledged to donate to such centers that support the unborn. The Knights of Columbus announced on Thursday, June 23rd, that it will donate $5 million to pro-life pregnancy centers and maternity homes in America and Canada by the end of this month. In a press release, Supreme Knight Patrick Kelly said, "The Knights are called to courage and self-sacrifice, where standing for life means making personal sacrifices for women and children in need." This funding comes at a time when pro-life clinics and centers are spending money from their own coffers to step up security measures in the wake of an increasing number of attacks. The Knights of Columbus is the biggest Catholic fraternal organization, having more than 2 million members spread across 16,000 councils in several nations. Tomorrow, Sunday, June 26, Spain will witness a mammoth demonstration to protest the government's offensive against pro-life initiatives. Members of more than 200 Catholic and pro-life organizations are taking part in this huge demonstration in the capital, Madrid. Although it is primarily aimed at the new abortion law, the protest will also condemn euthanasia, assisted suicide, and experimentation with human embryos. As per the new reform of the regulation of abortion, without waiting for the decision of the Constitutional Court, minors can undergo abortion without parental consent. The protesters will also voice their opposition against curbs of the conscientious objection to the law. Of late, Spain has been witnessing public rosaries and rallies in defense of the sanctity of life at all stages. According to a study conducted by U.S.-based Charlotte Lozier Institute, since 2016, more than 800,000 babies were saved through community-based care of pro-life pregnant centers. These centers provide women with support to overcome challenges that are related to pregnancy. In the U.S., more than 2,700 such centers support pregnant women who face difficulties when it comes to medical care, referrals, education, and financial support. As many as 15,000 staff and 54,000 volunteers are part of the community-based support program. Apart from them, as many as 10,200 licensed medical professionals are also part of the initiative. The study was done by analyzing a nationally represented group of more than 1,100 CareNet pregnancy centers' de-identified data that was recorded since 2008. Charlotte Lozier Institute was established in 2011 as the educational and the research wing of pro-life outfit Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America. In the quake-hit Afghanistan, the United Nations and Caritas are at the forefront in the rushing of aid to affected people. On Wednesday, June 22nd, a devastating temblor hit the country, killing more than 1,000 people and injuring hundreds. The aid includes food, clean water, medicine, and temporary shelters. Several arms of Caritas Internationalis are also sending essential supplies to communities affected by the tremors. In Australia, the local arm of Caritas is raising funds for Afghanistan. The quake, measuring 6.1 on the Richter scale, rocked the eastern part of the country bordering Pakistan. It is the deadliest in 2 decades and has devastated the population that is struggling with a food crisis and the oppressive regime of the Taliban. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.